Hello and welcome to the Street Angel Show here in the heart of Hollywood in Los Angeles. I am Mandelyn Reese. I'm known as the Street Angel. I've been running around promoting kindness and doing good deeds for the last 5 years all over the country. I got a few of my posters around the walls and, people over profits, things like that. There's a couple pictures of me in action, red carpets, festivals, things like that. I just promote positive messages. And you can check me out on my website, thestreetangel.com, as well as follow me on Instagram, support my cause, see what I'm up to at The Street Angel. So the purpose of my show is to help others and open people's minds and just share amazing content. And I'm really excited about today's guests because they're totally in alignment with my mission of positivity, helping others, good stuff. And I'd like to thank a sponsor, Kimberly Moreland. She, with My Real Earth, she has healthy products that are good for the body, and she sponsored this show, so I just want to thank her today. And you can order her stuff at My Real Earth and contact her on Facebook. That's the website, and thank you, Kimberly, so much. She sent me a couple of her products in the mail, and I really, really love the lotion. Starry Nights whipped body butter, and I've used some of the bath scrub. So yeah, good stuff. My Real Earth. I also want to mention really briefly that I got to meet Russell Brand, and he was so cool and nice and accepting. He gave me a big, sincere hug. He has an amazing British accent. He's so cool. And he said I was a lovely, lovely eccentric. So cool. Thank you, Russell Brand, for your support. And without further ado, I would like to introduce my two beautiful guests today who are so successful and just awesome people. To my left, we have Micaela Passeri and Mandelyn Wynn. And so they are the presidents of the Santa Monica, chapter of the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
I'm so excited.
We're excited to be here.
You all, what do you want to tell us about the Holistic Chamber of Commerce? What is it? Who joins?
Well, it's a community that we're trying to grow, and it's all about all heart-centered business professionals who wants to join us and help everyone to live healthier, more holistic, happy lives.
Right.
Yeah.
You help a lot of people.
Yes, and we love having you at our meeting. Thank you so much for your love and support.
Yeah.
And we just, we want to bring the message out there that we're here and we can help. And there are options for healthier, cleaner, sustainable lives.
I've been to lots of their meetings and events, and they're really fun. They're a great networking opportunity for people in holistic and healing work and things like that. And you have events like mastermind group and...
Yeah, so one thing that I would like to share specifically is our chapter. We bring in not only just the holistic community, so not just the traditional holistic businesses like you would think maybe a Reiki master or a massage therapist or an acupuncturist. We've expanded our base to include any business that operates from the heart, so that's heart-centered business. So we also have a bank, and we have attorneys, and we have accountants. So we have all sorts of people that really want to run their life and their business from that heart-centered place.
It's really about working
So I wanted to make
together.
sure it is. I want to make sure that I said that because we're the only chapter that does that, and that's why we're so dynamic and we're growing.
The Santa Monica one?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
And we're one of the most dynamic, and we're growing, and we have lots and lots and lots of options and events. So, like you mentioned, we have several events. We do our regular networking event. That's the third Tuesday of the month. Then we do a social hour, which is literally us getting together, breaking bread, having a meal together, and really getting to know each other. That is once a month as well. The first Monday of the month, as of right now. We might be changing it.
Okay.
You came to one of those.
Yeah. It's not too far.
And then we started doing a mastermind meeting. It doesn't have a specific date, like home date, but we've done a few of those, and those have gone well as well. And the purpose of that specific meeting is really just getting together around a table and saying, okay, what are your needs? How can we serve you? How can we help you? Who can we connect you to? And we found that in the meetings that we've done, people have gotten really amazing results. So
Yeah, I mean, I had one of the guests that I met at the mastermind, Dr. Peter Michael.
Oh,
yeah?
we
Like,
love
he
him.
wanted
That's right.
help to promote his healing service. It was new for him to try to do that. And I was like, well, come on my show. I will help you. And I got his feet wet. So I wanted to say, you got some kind of award you were talking about earlier?
Oh, yeah. So over the weekend, I actually spoke at the Women's Collaborative Mentorship Conference, and unbeknownst to me, received an award. Well, not an award. It's a certificate of recognition from the city of Los Angeles, signed by Mayor Eric Garcetti for the Santa Monica Holistic Chamber of Commerce.
Cool. Who presented it?
Gail Lara, the organizer of the Women's Collaborative
That is so
Mentorship
cool.
Program.
So, yeah,
Super
get some
exciting.
recognition. Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Zoom in over there. Now, did we show the logo yet or the website? Okay, we have the website if you want to join, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
so the Holistic Chamber of Commerce is
There
it's
it is.
comprised of, yes, I think about 65 plus chapters all over the U.S. and Canada. So we're just one of the chapters, right? The Santa Monica chapter. So if you want to specifically come see us, you would go to holisticchamberofcommerce.com/S as in Sam, M as in Mary, C as in cat, A as in apple. So SMCA.
So that's how people would
Would come
find and-
specifically
for
to
that chapter.
to our
Yes.
chapter.
But there's
If-
65.
Yeah, so if they
Yeah.
want to just peruse the website, maybe they don't live in Santa Monica or
Right.
near Santa Monica, and they want to see if there's a chapter near them, then they can just go to holisticchamberofcommerce.com and just go to the tab that says chapters and
Yeah,
look
you
there.
can search for local chapters.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the requirements to join or what
Well,
do they have to do?
They definitely have to apply, and they have to provide 3 references. And one of the things that we pride ourselves upon is that we do check out those references. They actually call up or email them, and they have to vouch to make sure that you are someone who is compliant to all the laws and regulations of the state doing your businesses.
Okay.
Or you can just be a member because you want to hang around holistic practitioners.
Right,
You know?
that's right too. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
necessarily
You
you
don't
don't have to
necessarily
have
have
a
to-
business, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you can come for free for a couple of these events to check it out, right? And
Well, actually, it's not free. All meetings are paid, depending on the chapter.
Buy a
Every
ticket.
chapter,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
you buy
Yeah.
a ticket. Every chapter runs their chapter differently, so you can come 2 times without
Joining.
being a member. And then after that, if you want to continue to come to the meetings, then we're going to ask you to join as a member.
yeah, I went to some of them. They're like just like $25 to go, but it's really great networking. They have like some organic wine
Oh,
and
yeah.
chocolate. That was my
Well,
favorite
feed
part.
you. We
We're
feed you.
foodies.
Yeah, they don't mess around, there's music, entertainment.
Oh,
it's
yes.
really such a good bunch. I mean, your heart feels like full when you're hanging around them, and it's like friends,
Yes.
So I encourage everybody to check it out. Holistic Chamber of Commerce. Google it, look it up, join, and we're going to take a commercial break, very short one, and then when we come back, I'm going to really focus on interviewing Micaela and what she does with her amazing stuff. I don't want to spoil it, so I'll bring it to the next thing. And thank you, ladies, for talking about the commerce, and we'll be right back.
Thank
LA Street Angel, holding up your sign for the world to.
Hello, welcome back to the Street Angel Show here in the heart of Hollywood at Zena.tv studios. And we were just talking with Micaela Passeri and Chantalyn about the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, and now we're going to be focusing a little bit more on Micaela. And just to remember, I'm Mandelyn Reese, the Street Angel. Didn't want to forget that I said that. So I have Micaela here, and I wanted to just give her a quick intro by reading her purpose, because I saw it on her website and I really liked it. And it says that her mission, and with her company, loveyourevolution.com, is to empower women with self-confidence, self-love, and self-assurance through her inspirational clothing line, Love You Revolution, workshops, speaking engagements, and any other products that they develop. So that's a really beautiful cause and purpose.
you.
And I
Thank you,
admire it a
thank you.
lot,
Thank you.
So I've always wanted to do a clothing line myself, and something I'm going to make it happen somewhere in the future. You just watch. But I'm very inspired by her. She also does healing work. Which one do you want to talk about first?
We can start with the clothing line, 'cause
Okay.
that's kind of how it all started.
All right, so let's see it. Tell us about
Well, I actually, right out of college, I started designing handbags. So I've been a designer for a long time, for over almost 20 years now.
Cool.
But when I had to close that business down, when the dot-com crash happened,
Okay.
I basically didn't know what to do. So I ended up kind of going through my own personal development journey and really finding out what's my purpose and what makes me happy. What is it that I really want to spend my time doing?
Right.
And I had, at the time, my daughter was 4 years old, so I had a new child, relatively new child, and I wanted to make sure that I could contribute in. I wanted to contribute to the world that she was going to be growing up in. And meditated a lot and just really asked God, asked the universe, whoever you call your source energy. I just talked to my higher self and
What
said,
should
okay,
I
what
do?
is it? What do I get to do? And so one day I was walking down the 3rd Street Promenade. For those of you that are not local to here, the 3rd Street Promenade is a really great shopping place in Santa Monica. And my daughter was 4 at the time. And I see this beautiful blonde, typical California girl that was sporting a T-shirt that said something like, "I'm more beautiful than you, and I'm going to steal your boyfriend." That wasn't the exact message, but that's
Kind of
what I
negative,
remember, right?
kind of
So
threatening.
I was just thinking, I was thinking, like, why is she so beautiful? Like, why does she? Why did she have to do that? Like,
Right.
So
It's
in
like
the
a
moment,
competitive statement almost.
yeah, exactly.
Stomp other women
like,
down.
Yeah. So in the moment, I just thought, man, somebody needs to put positive messages on clothes. And in that moment, the light bulb, right?
I love the light bulb.
Higher self said, you get to do it.
Why
I'm
not
like, oh,
me?
okay.
I can be the one.
Right. So I said, oh, okay, that's right. I know how to manufacture. I know how to design. I know how to produce. Okay, let me take a crack at it. And so that's kind of how it started. I started with one message, which is, I love who I am. And that really was the cathartic message that took me through my self-discovery journey. And the reason why my mission talks about helping women with self-confidence and self-love, that was what I needed.
It's so
and
important.
the clothing line was what
Yeah.
helped me.
Affirmations. I mean,
Yeah.
we got to do positive affirmations to get in our own positive mindset to accomplish the things we want to accomplish. Because otherwise, if you stay in a negative mindset, you're like always feeling down about yourself, and maybe your dreams aren't going to come true, but you just keep at it, right? So let's
Yeah.
see some of these shirts you got.
Okay,
Show
so
us a few.
for example, this is a hoodie.
Love is my
um,
strength.
Here, how do I do that? Like that?
Nice.
Yeah, Love is my strength. This is actually one of my most popular pieces. Comes in gray and black. And then this is a new one. It says, practice, love, master life. So I have all sorts of shapes.
I love how
and
soft they
colors
are.
and
They're like soft cotton.
hashtag courageously confident. It's the same color as the background, so you can't see much, but
That one looks like comfy, almost like PJ, like soft and like.
it's really cute with
I love soft fabrics
with
like,
leggings and skinny
yeah,
jeans.
like chill
Or,
stuff.
for example, this one that actually has the message on the sleeves. So it says, let's see if I can do this. Love who,
Sorry,
see
here.
here.
Love who you are. or-
love who you are. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
There you go on the
Cool.
sleeves. Yeah. So they're
Where
all
do people
messages that
order
that I kind of used for myself. Yeah.
Totally. Good to share it with others, you
Yeah.
know. So where do people buy these?
They can just go to my website, loveyourevolution.com, and click on the shop button.
There it is, the website.
yeah.
You can shop around.
Yeah.
You can see testimonials, blog, giving back, all that stuff. What else do you have? Do you have anything other than clothing, or?
So from the clothing, so I started with the clothing line, and then what I really learned from that process was that I had to master my own mindset and my own inner conversation if I wanted to get over my challenges, and if I wanted to build on my self-confidence and really learn how to love myself.
I love that message.
And
Hope
so
everybody's paying attention.
Yeah, write it down.
Write that down.
Mindset is everything. It all starts
Right.
with mindset. So, and it's that inner conversation that gets developed as a young child. It happens to everybody, and most of it is negative and disempowering. And everybody can get through it. Everybody
Right.
can learn how to master it. And what I discovered was, because we are really at the core animals, we are led by instinct, but we have the gift of logic mind, right? The rational mind. So in order for us to get away from that instinctive limbic brain kind of pull, we get to practice deviating from that and getting into our more creative part of the brain,
Totally.
creative side. And so that's what, like, affirmations, the tools that I use are affirmations, tapping, neurolinguistic programming, emotion code. Those are all modalities that I use to support my clients to practice and to really hone in on their more empowered
So you
mindset.
see clients individually, like in person, and you do phone and Skype?
I do, right now I am seeing people in person for the emotion code because it requires muscle testing.
Okay.
But for other things, I do phone
For the
calls
phone.
mainly, or I can
And
do
you do
Skype
some
and-
group calls sometimes
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah, I
Cool.
actually have a group call coming up. It's a Mindset Reset 6-week call. And I literally take you every week of that 6 weeks. I take you through a process so that we can identify what's blocking you. So the belief that's in the conversation that you're having within yourself that's blocking you from achieving the goals that you want, whether it's business, whether it's personal, whether it's interpersonal, whether it's even spiritual, right? And then from there, then we clear it. We get clear on what it is that you want to create, and we set goals.
You know, most of the time people get their trauma in childhood and adolescence because they're listening to what other people say about them, and they're ingraining that in their brain, like, oh, this person didn't approve of me, or I wasn't good enough for this person. And then they feel that way their whole life. And so it's amazing what Micaela does, because she kind of helps you identify those limiting beliefs that maybe other people have instilled in you when you were younger, and kind of bust them up and reprogram, change it up.
Yeah,
right?
it's basically, it's working with the subconscious mind and
Right.
really accessing the subconscious mind, understanding what it wants to release and let go, and then recreating new patterns.
So I would like to share, she did a healing session with me. I asked her, I was like, can I try something that you do? And I didn't really know what she was going to do to me on the phone, but I wanted to be totally open to it and just allow. And so she took me through like a timeline regression. Is that kind of what you would call it?
Kind of, yeah.
What would you call it?
Yeah, it's called the timeline.
Oh, okay. She kind of walked me back in time and said to identify a painful moment. And for me, I mean, this is going to be kind of a personal story, but I'm just going to share it. So I touched on basically my first love, my first boyfriend, the guy I lost my virginity to, my high school sweetheart. We got together into high school and all the way through my junior year of college. And he basically proposed to me all romantically in front of his family, and then after 2 months he got cold feet, pulled the plug, totally ripped the carpet out from under me, broke up with me on my 21st birthday without warning, out of the blue. So I was shattered. I was devastated. This was like the lowest, hardest, most crazy hard time of my life. So when I identified that, she kind of took me through this exercise where I was able to see that I was still holding pain in my heart from that in the now, even though it's been years. So I cried a lot, but then by the time we were done with the session, I felt open space in my chest, like I had released through the crying, the tears, the process, the emotion. I created fresh new space, whatever that means. It felt good. I was like, okay, I didn't realize I was still carrying that intense pain, but it's like I need to release that so I can better attract a new love, right?
Right.
So what
yeah,
else?
so you didn't know that was still there, and that could have been one of the factors that maybe is hindering blocking you from attracting the men that you do want in your life.
You're learning a new technique, kind of heart walls thing you mentioned.
Well, that is part of the emotion code, yes. So I'm in the process of getting my certification. So releasing trapped emotions and releasing heart walls is part of that process. And we all have trapped emotions because as human beings, we obviously have a physical body, but we also have our emotional body. And when we experience strong emotions, and most likely and especially when we're younger, they can get trapped in our body. And that's what can create either pain, physical pain in the body, disease, or just something that's energetically blocking you. So
true.
that's a new process that I'm working with right now.
How can people contact you if they want to make an appointment for a session?
Well, they can go to my website and go to the contact page and send me an email there, or they can call my office at 424-245-0428 and just chat with me.
Okay. Can
Yeah,
we show
have
the
any
website
questions?
again if you got it? So you just go to loveyourevolution.com and then click on the contact section. Is that like an email or
There
how do they-
is, there's a place that they can email on the contacts section, and then
Okay.
there's, I believe, even my phone number's there. But
Okay. I wanted to see. So, what? 2 minutes. Okay. What started this, journey for you? Did you have like a trauma in the past, or?
Yes, I did. I was born in Florence, Italy, so I am an immigrant here. I came when I was 20, and almost a year to the day that I moved here, my father passed away in a tragic accident in Bulgaria.
So
And yeah, it was the most heart-wrenching pain that I had ever
Grief.
felt. It was just, it catapulted me into a spiral of anger, envy, just not understanding what was happening. Why me? Why my father? It was just very confusing time.
overwhelming.
Yeah, overwhelming, painful, and so I went through my process. I went through the grieving process, the anger, and then at some point, a few years later, I just woke up and I noticed that I had become somebody who I was not. I was not very nice to people. I was very, how do you say when you snap? So I snapped at people and I was like, okay, but this isn't me. Why am I doing this? And that's kind of what started my journey. I wanted to understand why I was doing the things that I was doing, why I was having the thoughts I was having, and how I can change them so that I could experience life at a deeper level. I could return to love, because at the core, I was a loving little happy child, and I had become not happy.
Right.
Not
Well,
happy and angry because of the death of my father, and so that's kind of what it all started.
Well, thank you for sharing that story with us, and
Yeah,
thank you
you.
for all that you do.
Thank
Helping
you.
others, and from such a place of love and compassion. And I really admire your work. And
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for the session that I did
Oh,
with
you're
you
welcome,
to
yeah.
help me. And if you want to contact Micaela, just go to our website, loveyourevolution.com. Just want to throw it out there one last time. Thank you for being on the show and
thank
for
you
your
for
beautiful
having me.
clothing. And we got to go to commercial again. It's going to be a little longer commercial, and then when we come back, I'm going to be interviewing Chantalyn. So please stay with us and check it back on the show, zena.tv/live, or my Facebook page. We'll be right back.
For the world to